I'm just acting CHICALLYWOOD.
I feel like it's so much potential here in Chicago, but it just make me feel like I'm just stagnant, like I'm just stuck. Because I want to broaden my horizons and take my work somewhere else. But I'm not going to say I'm afraid. It's just, I just haven't gotten up and left yet. That's what it is.
Well, could it be because you feel like you're still building? Or,
Yeah, part of that, and a part of me that doesn't want to leave is I don't want to leave my kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have my kids and my grandkids.
Well, they come with you.
Yeah, and I just feel like if I leave, I'm not coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel that.
I mean,
Yeah.
I get it. I mean, sometimes though,
Yeah.
it's just one of them things. Maybe, I guess, it takes that one person to say, they, take that one little step, and you never know how many other doors you open.
My daughter tell me that all the time. My youngest, she just keeps telling me like, "Mom, leave. We okay. Leave."
Yeah.
And I was supposed to move to Georgia this year. It's so overpopulated. Everybody from Chicago is moving there. And it just makes me feel like, why would I leave Chicago to go there? And Chicago is going to be there when I get there. That's just how I feel. But I want to go down there to film, to see if I can meet other people, work with other content creators and things like that. But more so than anything, I want to take my work as a filmmaker down there.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah. So, like, would you be opposed to, like, working with the Tyler Perrys
Of course.
and the Oprahs? And because, I mean, I think a lot of people, some people, like, I've done at least about maybe over 10 interviews so far, and a lot of people, what's goals for them is being on a syndicated show of sorts.
Yeah.
Is that something like you like?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I had an opportunity to be on the OWN network. I was going to be on a reality TV show called Never Ever Met, and that was through the Oprah Winfrey channel. Don't even want to talk about that. But yeah, so like working with Tyler Perry has always been one of my number one dreams.
Yeah.
But not just as an actress. I want to be a writer. I want to be a writer for Power. That is my number one dream. If I ever had the opportunity to collaborate with anybody in this industry, would be 50 Cent.
Really? Why is that?
And you know what's so crazy? I want to show you something. Please do not think I'm weird because of that. Let me show you something. Pull that down.
Let me see. Oh, wow. I don't know if y'all wait, did y'all see that? Let me see. Hold on, let's see. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Okay. What now you gotta explain that.
Okay, so I branded myself. I actually tatted 50 on me.
Okay.
And I was so obsessed with 50 Cent growing up to the point where it was like, it was just crazy.
Okay.
And now that he's in this world of Power, it's just like, oh my God, I'm so obsessed with him. Courtney Kemp. When I tell you I'm always on Instagram DMing this woman, like, I want to write with you. I want to work with you. What do I have to do to get in the writer's room? I want to get in the room, BMF, whatever. Anything that 50 Cent is a part of, as far as all his shows, I want to write.
Okay.
And if you hear this, if you see this 50,
okay.
yes, I want to work with that man. And it's nothing sexual.
Yeah.
It's all business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to work with him.
The cool thing about Power is we're seeing some of our peers on Power. I've seen some people in passing. I'm like, yo, that's such and so. This, that, and the third. I would say I do appreciate that Power has been giving Tommy Egan's chapter of Power has been giving a lot of look to Chicago.
Yeah.
You know,
Great opportunities.
I think I saw, what's his name, Edward the
third.
I've seen him on there. The rapper Ki. Shout out to him. I've seen him on there, man, and it's dope, man, to see our peers, you know, getting those looks. You know what I'm saying? And me coming from the music business, you know, I would say this: it's like we're always competing with each other. It's just a natural sport. You know what I'm saying? So then when I kind of took a glimpse into the acting world, I'm like, it's competition, but it's more like, I'm gonna work with them to get the job done. I don't mean I gotta hang out with them, is what it is, but y'all still get the job done. You know, rappers, we just be like, forget that. I'm still his chick. It is what it is. I mean, but it's very competitive. But at the end of the day, when it comes to the film world, I was like, yo, and then on top of that, I seen like what was needed, like A, quality, B, you know, consistency, and, you know, C, just unique concepts. You know what I'm saying? Because we're known more than just the hood shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We're known. We could be known for doing, you know, some extraordinary stuff. You know. So what do you think Chicago needs to be able to get to a level of where it's like, instead of people having to run to those Atlantas, run to those LAs, what do you think Chicago probably needs to do a little bit better?
We need to have a studio that's, okay, we have CineSpace. I get it. They need to have a place here that, you know, will open more doors for people. What I'm not going to necessarily say for the people that just started out, but for people like myself with more experience. Like, why don't Chicago have a big production company like Sony Pictures, Paramount Pictures, Lionsgate, Warner Brothers? Why don't we have anything like that? We need to have a big film company here. That's what we need, where we as writers and directors can pitch our films to a big film company here in Chicago like that. I truly believe if we had something huge like that here in Chicago, we would have a lot of great work here.
I agree.
If we can have a big film company like that.
Yeah. Like, CineSpace is cool, but I can see where it can improve, you know? Like you were saying, like, it's we have ideas and things that could basically expand and grow CineSpace even bigger. Yeah. But you're right. We do need to be able to have those looks. You know, and I think the one thing I kind of noticed talking with more actors is that everybody just want more teamwork. You know, that's really what it really boils down to. Because I've even had some people that was like, they did not know how to approach me, or they might have had a perception of me, so they didn't know how to reach out. But then when they did reach out, then it was like the best thing ever, because I'm like, I didn't even know you was checking for me. So now that we connected, let's work. And even internally in the film business or this community, we have our own politics where it's like, oh, you mess with such and so. So
I ain't working with you.
Yeah, and
I don't like that.
That's so weird.
I don't like that, because there's people in this industry that I would never work with ever again. But I would never tell somebody else not to work with them. So those things that I wouldn't do, like, you know, everybody that had their, you know, spats or whatever with whoever they had, but at the end of the day, I would never tarnish nobody's career. If a person was talented, I would tell them, she's dope. Yeah. Well, why don't you work with her? Because I got my reasons. But if you want to work with that person, go ahead. Yeah, you know?
So that leads into my next question. So how do you keep your reputation, you know, how do you keep a good reputation in this business, especially as a woman?
Not sleeping with writers and directors.
I'm just acting CHICALLYWOOD.